The next adventure of Batman begins in Detective Comics number 32 with a cover date of October 1939 and the title Batman vs. the Vampire Part 2. Our adventure continues with Batman in Hungary gathering clues on the whereabouts of the monk. Stalking his prey from the treetops, he drops down on top of a speeding carriage. Whipping out his trusty choking gas pellets, it fills the carriage as he disposes of the driver. Instead of the monk, he finds a woman. While different, she looks just like Julie. Confused by this, Batman loads her up, takes her to his hotel in the mountains via the new Batplane. Julie meets her different hair twin named Dala, and Batman stays guard for the night as they sleep. Sometime later, Dala comes out of the door and seems to be sleepwalking, but has blood on her lips. He fears for Julie's safety, and just like that, Dala awakes and hits Batman in the head with a statue, stunning him momentarily. Batman comes to and checks on Julie, noticing 2 spots on her neck, the mark of the vampire. Recounting his mistake of trusting Dala, Batman gives chase and takes her down and starts to interrogate her. He asks her about her master, the monk, and surmises that they are vampires. Dala says she will tell Batman where the monk is, but only if the Batman will kill the monk. Dala tells Batman where to find the monk and will accompany him on his quest. He returns to give Julie money for some reason, saying it will safeguard her as he fights against the power that calls her to the monk. In the Batplane, Dala and Batman make their way to the monk's stronghold, when out of nowhere a silver net that seems to run on magic pulls them in. Dala declares Batman powerless against the monk, who is waiting on the other side of the net, and overtakes Batman's mind with his hypno powers. The monk suggests offing Batman with a trip to the werewolf den, but Dala implores the Batman must be made to suffer, so the monk reaches out with his powers to compel Julie to come to him. Zombie Julie approaches, Batman still powerless. The monk declares that Julie will be like them and turned into a werewolf to ravish all living men. Batman suffers in silence. Before throwing the bat into a pit, the monk changes into a werewolf and goes to the forest to gather the other werewolves to feast upon our hero. The monk tosses him in. As soon as Batman is thrown in, all his senses come back, and he throws his silk bat line to try to escape the pit. His cast fails, and he is face to face with the werewolves. Another handy choking gas pellet takes the wolves out, and Batman tries his rope again and again, knowing he is on borrowed time until the gas wears off. The wolves start to wake. Working quickly, Batman attaches his batarang to the bat line, snaps another pellet for the bloodthirsty wolves, and throws the batarang true. It slips around one of the stone beams, and Batman makes his escape. Now he seeks vengeance. Batman finds Julie safe and not yet a werepire. He sees a silver statue and melts it with a candle to make bullets to take out the monk and Dala. Waiting for the morning, he looks for the enemy's resting place. He comes upon the 2 vampire werewolves. Hoping it will break the spell, he fires 2 shots, declaring that they will never hurt another mortal being again, bringing the bat kill count up to 5. Batman returns to Julie, and not knowing who he is, she thanks him and they embrace, bringing an end to Detective Comics number 32, Batman vs. the Vampire Part 2.